That's who Utahns are. We're coming out not just to reopen our businesses. We have to do that, yes, but to take care of each other. We're not intended to be isolated and alone. Do we abide by government recommendations? If they make sense, yes, abide by them. Be responsible. That's what being a citizen is all about, self-responsibility. Taking care not just of your family, but everyone else. But we don't need to live in fear, and we have to open up our markets again. We talk about being free market capitalists. Being free market is letting the markets be free, right? So that's what it's all about. You might have heard me say, there's a saying about a ship in harbor safe, but that's not what it's built for. And all of you small business owners, you're heroes to me, right? You take the risk, you put your capital, you put your reputation on the line, and we need to be there for you. So I'm telling people, please go out as much as you can. Be responsible, be safe, but go out and support our local businesses. Help us rebuild our economy. Thank you so much.
There you have it, Utah's top cop, John Reyes.
Thanks, brother.
We're running for the 4th Congressional District against Ben McAdams.
Okay.
We're running for freedom and liberty and conservative values that are not represented right now in the 4th District.
Okay, real quick, Kim, I know you're busy. I'm sure you need to get somewhere.
And I'm pro-Trump, yes. I'm pro-Trump, yes.
You got my vote.
You had to ask me.
Kim, for the businesses that are hesitant in coming out because of what the response from authorities may be, what would your counsel be to them? I mean, would you just counsel them to open up? What would it be?
Well, I think we can open up a lot of businesses and still safely, still keep them distant, keep sanitation. There's always disease floating around. We use good personal hygiene too, but take responsibility. This is America.
How much should they implement the new normal?
What's the new normal? Because the new normal in Salt Lake City is not a new normal we can tolerate. So the new normal is the old normal. Business, we're open for business.
Woo!
Utah's open for business.
Vote Kim.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And I see them shutting down, and people don't appreciate what it does to a business owner when they have to let their employees go or let them know that they're not opening up their restaurant or their hotel for the year that they've been banking on. And I feel for them. Socially, there's a stigma that's been put on them. They've been shamed by people at the highest levels that should be encouraging, that should be lending support. And instead, they're shaming them. Like, if you open up, you're not patriotic, and then they pass these ridiculous rules. My own personal response to it is kind of a response to all dictates, which is defiance. I don't believe in
civil disobedience.
I wouldn't even call it disobedience. It's defiance. It's saying, I was just telling somebody earlier. I said, if the governor wants me to wear a face mask, all he has to do is say, no more face masks. You cannot wear a face mask. I'll wear one every dang day. But if he comes out and says, you have to do this, you have to do that, that's where you cross the line. I care about people's health. I care about the data, but I care about the Constitution and the limitations, and why government would step into that arena and presume to have the authority to tell somebody, yes, you may, no, you may not. If you do, you must do this. You may not do that. It's like that's taking on a lot of responsibility that is not given to them by the Constitution. It wasn't given to them by the people, and they just assume it, and it's really weird to me. But as far as the businesses go, it puts them in a really awkward position. In my own business, we shut down for a couple of weeks out of respect to the people that were genuinely fearful. I respect that. All the businesses that are shut down, what people need to understand is we're at the beginning of the financial pain that's going to come from that. We come to something like this today. I just want to go. I want to dig into my wallet, spend money, try to help them, try to say, let's do this. When it's all said and done, I think we're going to come out of this probably with a little bit weaker economy, hopefully with a little bit stronger republic and a stronger feeling for what it means to be independent and less dependent on the government. And so hopefully that's where we get to.
Yeah. So, Phil, I don't know. I look around. I have a feeling that there's people at home wishing they can have the courage to be here. I mean, and speaking for my little circle of influence, a lot of them say, hey, you know what, David? I want to be with you, but, I'm kind of gonna stay back. What would be your counsel to the individual that's afraid to, maybe take a step out of the closet, so to speak?
Yeah. I validate their concerns. I validate their fears. No one's saying shame on you for not coming out. And I don't want anyone to say shame on you for going out. It's like, this is America. We do what we think is right, and that's the whole idea of, consent of the governed, and where does government get its power? It's from the consent of the governed. So, if someone says, I don't feel comfortable going out, I've got some compromised whatever, then they do what they think is right. Do the thing that you think is right, and support each other, care about each other, take care of each other, and that's what I would say.
Here he is, Mr. Eric Moutsos himself. Eric, I feel that there should be a lot more people here than we see.
People are afraid.
People are afraid. That was my next question. How will you? What's your counsel to people that's watching this at home, cheering us on?
Well, look, you have how many elected officials just came that believe in what we're doing? They know that we just went up to Salt Lake City and held a rally against Mayor Mendenhall doing the snitch lines. All of those guys knew that we did that. And where are they at today? They're here with us. And that's my point, is that we're not waiting for them to lead. We're the people, right? And we're the answer to it. So when we push up, our representatives are going to see it and be like, yeah. So we can't wait for them to take the lead. We've got to be the ones to go every single time. This whole thing should have been done with a memo. It should have been a one-page memo from the state of Utah that said, COVID-19, here's the risks. Here are the people that are at risk. Here's our recommendations. Send. We should have got it and said, wow, here's the risks. We should quarantine these people, or they should voluntarily do it. And we're going to work because we have to. So the point is, this should have never happened, and it's our fault. Like as hard as that is to hear, it's our fault because we don't know our rights. And as a former police officer, I'm telling you, we have the right to assemble under any circumstance. Under any circumstance, under any virus, under any plague, we have the right to do it, and we have to do it immediately.
Eric, you're increasingly moving up the charts as a very prominent figure. Your voice is a very comforting voice to hear, especially because of your background. Now, for businesses that are hesitant in just opening up because of the response they may get from the authorities, what's your counsel to those businesses? Should they just open up, go back to the old normal with precautions?
It's real simple. Do what your heart tells you to do. You listen to your conscience and you do it, okay? Because if you don't listen to your conscience, then you're going to second guess yourself. So if you believe as a business to have all your people wear a mask, let the consequences follow. But if you're a business that says, hey, I'm not going to do that because I don't feel right about it, it's because you need to listen to that voice inside, because every single person has been given that gift inside your conscience, your Jiminy Cricket. Listen to it, because let the consequences follow from that.
Oh, I love that. Eric, one more question. This is what all our viewers want to know. When are you going to run for governor?
Never, man. Look, never, man. I can't say never. Like, I'm going to do what I believe Heavenly Father wants me to do, and right now it's doing this. So I don't know. I just want to post memes, man. I just want to post funny memes.
We're right behind you.
Here's another 7-minute road. Fairly expired right now.